What is NATO's position in the Skopje issue?
Well, Skopje and the name issue with regard to FYROM is part of the larger, as we think of it, basket of issues surrounding the Bucharest summit, where we determined,
2008.
In 2008, so 2018 is an important year. It's 10 years.
10 years after.
And we determined certain countries would be we'd be focusing on working with regard to advancing NATO's open door. So Skopje is not the only story here. It's also Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's Georgia, it's Ukraine. So from our perspective, that's the Bucharest summit statement, and we have renewed that statement in both Wales and Warsaw. So it's very much a living document from our perspective, and we continue to want to underscore the principle that NATO has an open door and that countries should be able to choose their own security relationships. There shouldn't be any zero-sum game. So those are other important messages. It's up to Skopje to decide what their security relationship should be. But we've also made it very, very clear that we cannot move forward on the open door with Skopje until the name issue is resolved. This is not unique to NATO, it's also where the EU is as well. So we see it as being very valuable for both the transatlantic alliance, but also for the European Union to keep those messages front and center, and we hope that it will give an impetus to move the negotiations forward.
Do you think that it's crucial for Skopje stability to be a member of NATO?
We think it would be very good for security and stability in the Western Balkans. Again, back to that point that security and stability provide for economic prosperity. Until you have security and stability, until you have secure borders, until you can count on some predictability in the overall security environment, it's hard to get continuing and solid economic growth and prosperity. So we see it as good for the whole region of the Western Balkans and for Greece as well if this issue can be resolved.
The time frame for all of that?
Well, we hope sooner rather than later, but it's not up to us. The pace of the negotiations is designated elsewhere.